Welcome to the CEO world, where we celebrate visionaries like Reed Hastings, the co-founder of Netflix. Join us as we dive into his revolutionary approach to entertainment and the lessons that can inspire the next generation of leaders.
Reed Hastings was born on October 8, 1960, in Boston, Massachusetts. Growing up in a family that valued education, he was encouraged to pursue his interests early on. He attended the prestigious Buckingham Browne and Nichols School, where he excelled academically. Hastings went on to Bowdoin College, graduating in 1983 with a degree in mathematics. His time at Bowdoin was pivotal. He developed a keen interest in technology and its potential to solve complex problems. After college, he joined the Peace Corps, serving in Swaziland as a teacher. This experience not only broadened his worldview but also instilled in him a strong belief in the power of education and technology as tools for social change. After returning from the Peace Corps, Hastings embarked on a career in technology. In 1991, he co-founded Pure Software, a company focused on creating debugging tools for software developers. Hastings' leadership and vision led to the company's rapid growth, and in 1997, it was acquired by Rational Software for approximately $750 million. This success provided Hastings with both capital and experience, paving the way for his next venture. When Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph founded Netflix, then known as Kibble, in 1997, I bet they never anticipated that they were starting a multi-billion-dollar business.
I'm Reed Hastings, CEO at Netflix, and here are 5 lessons I've learned over the last 20 years of Netflix. The first lesson is no rules. We don't have a vacation policy. You take whatever you want. We don't have an expense policy. You spend as you think appropriate. We have only one 5-word principle, which is to act in Netflix's best interest.
Their business idea, which was simply an upgrade to the DVD rental business, has grown to become one of the biggest TV and movie studios in the world. Netflix's success is not a product of luck. Instead, it is as a result of a keen understanding of its market legend hazard that Reed Hastings started Netflix after returning a copy of Apollo 13 to his local Blockbuster. Upon returning the movie, he was told that he owed $40 in late fees. Hastings was scared of what his wife would say about the steep late fee. He felt there must be a better way to rent movies, and this gave birth to what is now known as Netflix. Well, legends are not always true, since Randolph disputes Hastings' story on the origin of their company.
A successful culture is one where people can disagree openly and move forward with candor. One of the big mistakes that I made about 8 years ago at Netflix was Quick Start, where we separated the DVD and streaming services too quickly. And what I found is that our employees did not feel comfortable telling me that this was a bad idea. Afterwards, we realized it was a bad idea, so we changed our culture to really focus on farming for dissent. It's each leader's responsibility to stimulate people to really say what they think might be wrong. For all of our leaders, including me as CEO, our job is to inspire, not to manage. If you've got high-performing employees, you can broadly set context and focus on inspiration to stimulate the best creativity amongst people to create great ideas that help your company move forward.
We'll agree on one thing though, and that is the fact that Netflix was launched in 1997. Blockbuster was the undisputed king of the home entertainment rental niche at that time. However, Netflix's mail-order DVD rental business model was unique. People say their idea was a convenient way to rent movies, but here's a shocking truth. While most people thought that Netflix focused exclusively on distribution, their end game was to decentralize entertainment and unbundle premium TV from the monopolistic grip of big cable. DVD rentals were just an easy way for them to gain traction in an intensely competitive market. When Netflix launched in 1997, it had a video library of always 900 titles with a 7-day maximum rental policy. By the end of 2006, Netflix had over 6 million subscribers, boasted of a 7-year annual compound growth rate of 79%, and had finally become profitable. The company generated more than $80 million in profits in 2006. Netflix was able to record an impressive growth by challenging incumbent players with a truly innovative business model and by focusing on a single metric, the number of movies watched. While other players calculated their successes based on viewership and the number of viewers a TV show had, Netflix came from the opposite direction, judging its success from the number of movies or shows a viewer had seen. By 2007, Netflix introduced its online streaming service, Watch Now. The service was truly radical for the time. While many people thought that the company was crazy to stream movies over the internet, the move was actually logical given their business model. Remember that Netflix's goal was to reduce friction in accessing entertainment. It did this by first refining and improving its DVD by mail service through faster delivery, more distribution centers, and eliminating fees. Now here's the thing, even though Netflix was already hitting some big numbers and doing very well in the DVD rental business, they knew it wouldn't last. As an entrepreneur, getting comfortable with a single business success is a bad idea. Most companies that fail to evolve and adapt to changing business dynamics have all been forced out of the market. Blockbuster, BlackBerry, and Nokia, you name it. So Netflix started early to future-proof its business by entering the video streaming market. By making this shift, they could now provide subscribers with instant access to thousands of titles that they could binge-watch on any device. While cable companies were concerned with traditional business models and quarterly revenue targets, Netflix was looking a decade into the future. Needless to say that the technology needed to make their vision a reality was non-existent at that time. Undeterred, the duo took a huge risk by investing more than $40 million in the development of new streaming technologies in 2007. It's mind-boggling since there was literally no consumer demand for what they were offering. A lot of people also thought that the idea wouldn't work. However, since most people didn't believe in the tech, the competition was small, and by the time everyone else caught on, Netflix was already light years ahead of them. The company had the best streaming tech, the largest library of titles, and the biggest subscriber base. In 2008, the company announced that it was stopping its DVD retail sales 1 week after debuting Watch Now on Mac platforms. By 2011, Netflix rebranded its DVD rental business, splitting its streaming business and rental business into 2 distinct subscription packages, Netflix for streaming and Quickster for rentals. This was a wrong move though. Customers and investors did not like their decision, and this raised questions about the company's future prospects, with critics questioning Hastings' leadership. Coupled with an unpopular price increase which took effect in summer, around 800,000 subscribers abandoned the service. But guess what? Less than a month after announcing Quickster and before the service even officially launched, Hastings scrapped the plan entirely. He took full responsibility for the Quickster debacle and admitted a mistake, according to Hastings. "I messed up. I owe everyone an explanation." It is clear from the feedback over the past 2 months that many members felt we lacked respect and humility in the way we announced the separation of DVD and streaming and the price changes. That was certainly not our intent, and I offer my sincere apology. While the Quickster incident could have sunk lesser companies, I think that Netflix handled the fallout almost perfectly. Reed Hastings is married to Patty Quillen, and they have 2 children together. The family is deeply committed to philanthropy, particularly in the field of education. Hastings and Quillen have donated millions to initiatives aimed at improving educational opportunities, including support for charter schools and educational technology. Their philanthropic efforts reflect Hastings' belief in the transformative power of education, a value rooted in his own experiences as a teacher.
You have to be authentic. I mean, you've got no hope if you try to pretend to be Reed Hastings or Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or whoever you want to think your CEOs are that you've met. You got to really get comfortable with yourself, your strengths and weaknesses. People are inspired by authenticity, and I'm just surprised how many people feel like they're acting or try to act. And you authentically express that in whatever ways you do, then you'll be greatly accepted, okay? And so that's all it takes, is to be authentic and not try to be something else, and to fundamentally care at your core about what's good for the company.
Today, Netflix boasts over 200 million subscribers worldwide, making it one of the largest streaming services globally. The platform continues to innovate and expand, exploring international markets and diversifying its content offerings. Reed Hastings' journey from a software entrepreneur to the CEO of a media giant exemplifies his vision and adaptability. His impact on the entertainment industry is profound, as he reshaped how audiences consume content and set new standards for storytelling in the digital age. Reed Hastings' life story is one of innovation, resilience, and a commitment to education and entertainment. His ability to foresee industry trends and adapt to changing consumer preferences has not only propelled Netflix to the forefront of the streaming revolution but has also left an indelible mark on the media landscape. As he continues to lead Netflix, Hastings remains a pivotal figure in shaping the future of entertainment.
Thank you for joining us on the CEO World. Stay tuned for more insights and inspiring stories from the leaders shaping our future.